Hey Ridewire fans, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got something that might be the perfect crossover between daily commuter and weekend adventurer, the 2026 Honda ADV160. Honda calls it designed for the city, built for you, and in this video I'm going to take you through everything you need to know, from its design features and engine performance, to price, what makes it unique, and ultimately whether it's worth your hard-earned money. So let's kick off with what the ADV160 is all about. The 2026 Honda ADV160 builds on Honda's city adventure scooter concept, which means rugged styling, practical touches, and enough power and tech to handle more than just the daily commute. At its core is a 157cc liquid-cooled single-cylinder 4-stroke engine with a single overhead cam and 4 valves. It has a bore and stroke of 60.0 by 55.5 mm and a fairly high compression ratio of 12.0 to 1. Power goes to the rear wheel through Honda's V-Matic automatic transmission, which makes it a twist-and-go experience without the need to shift. Honda's programmed fuel injection system ensures reliability, smooth throttle response, and strong fuel efficiency. Safety has been considered too. A 240mm front disc brake with standard ABS provides solid confidence under braking, while the rear wheel uses a 130mm drum. That may not sound glamorous, but in the scooter class it's common, and the fact that you do get ABS as standard is a big advantage. Suspension also hints at Honda's adventure inspiration. Up front you get a 31mm Showa telescopic fork with 5.1 inches of travel, and at the rear twin Showa shocks offer 4.1 inches. Those figures put it above most everyday scooters, soaking up bumps and potholes far better. Honda also pays attention to everyday convenience. The windscreen is 2-position adjustable without tools, so you can raise it for highway use or lower it in town. Storage is generous with 27 liters under the seat, enough for a helmet and gear, plus a 2-liter glove box with a charging port for your phone. The seating position is upright and comfortable, with a plush seat and elevated rear section that gives your passenger a better view and more comfort. At 30.7 inches, the seat height might be tall for some, but the scooter's low center of gravity helps balance things out and keeps handling light and confidence-inspiring at low speeds. So how does it perform? With the 157cc motor, the ADV160 is never going to challenge big bikes on the freeway, but in the city and suburban environment it's tuned just right. It's smooth, efficient, and surprisingly capable when you need to pull away from traffic. The liquid cooling helps it run consistently even in hot weather or stop-and-go conditions, and Honda's fuel injection keeps throttle response predictable. Curb weight is about 294 pounds, light enough to be easy to handle in tight spaces. Combined with a 52-inch wheelbase and larger 14-inch front wheel, it feels more planted than smaller scooters, and that extra suspension travel translates to comfort on rougher roads and cobblestones where many competitors feel harsh. Braking is reassuring. With that ABS-equipped front disc doing most of the heavy lifting, the rear drum might feel old-fashioned, but it gets the job done. The tires, a 110 section up front and 130 section in back, give good grip while balancing nimbleness and stability. Range is respectable too, with a 2.1-gallon fuel tank and efficiency that should easily stretch over 150 miles between fill-ups, depending on how you ride. Wind protection is better than you might expect thanks to that adjustable screen, which makes longer rides less tiring. When it comes to design, the ADV160 wears its adventure styling proudly. The bodywork is sharper and more rugged than your average scooter, with bold lines, wide leg shields for splash protection, and a high-mounted muffler to accentuate the off-road look. All lighting is LED, which not only looks modern but also improves visibility at night. The back end is sleek with integrated tail lamps, while up front you get an aggressive twin headlight design that echoes Honda's adventure motorcycles. The LCD dash is clean, easy to read, and gives you all the basics you need without overloading you with info. Color choices depend on the market, but pearl smoky gray is the standout option currently offered in the US. It gives the scooter a stealthy, utilitarian vibe. Build quality is typical Honda solid, with good finishes and plastics that feel like they'll hold up to years of use. You also get the practical touches like both a side stand and a center stand, which makes parking and maintenance easier. Under-seat storage is weatherproof and lockable, large enough to swallow most full-face helmets, and there's still space for other essentials. Price is another strong point. In the United States, the 2026 Honda ADV160 carries a base MSRP of $4,499 with the $600 destination charge. Out the door, depending on dealer fees, you'll be looking at just over $5,000, which for a scooter with premium suspension, ABS, LED lighting, and genuine storage space is highly competitive. In Europe and other regions, expect higher prices due to taxes and import duties, but the value proposition remains clear. This is more than just a runabout scooter. What really makes the ADV160 special are the details. It blends the tough, adventurous aesthetic of a dual-sport bike with the daily practicality of a scooter. You get real-world comfort, especially with that longer suspension travel and plush seat. Storage is thoughtful and versatile, wind protection is adaptable, and the riding position works well for short hops or longer commutes. Safety features like ABS and full LED lighting are a standard rather than optional, and Honda's reliability reputation adds peace of mind. The scooter sits in a sweet spot between lightweight urban runabouts and larger maxi scooters, offering adventure looks and usability without overwhelming weight or cost. Of course, it's not perfect. The 157cc motor will limit highway use, especially for riders who spend a lot of time above 60 miles per hour. The rear drum brake feels a bit dated when competitors sometimes offer discs all around, and while the seat height works for many, shorter riders might find it a stretch to flat foot, but these compromises are balanced by everything it does right. So, wrapping things up, the 2026 Honda ADV160 is a scooter that gives you more than you might expect in this segment. It's comfortable, practical, stylish, and safe, and it brings a sense of adventure to daily commuting. If you're looking for something to take you through the week with ease and still let you explore a little on weekends, this could be your next ride. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2026 Honda ADV160, make sure you hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss future reviews. Drop a comment below. Would you ride this in your city? Or do you think you'd need more power? I'd love to hear your thoughts. This has been RideWire, thanks for watching, and as always, ride safe and enjoy the road.